Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Frank. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good,
Um,
good.
did everyone have
Cindy,
a
how's
good
your
holiday?
mom?
Mom is doing so much better, Rana. Thank you for asking. She's really done good. She even got to go and visit another little friend in a close apartment. She walked herself yesterday, and so it was really nice.
Oh boy.
And she got to be
Wonderful.
with all of us for Christmas and everything. So it's she's better than I had ever hoped.
Terrific. Good to
It's
hear.
really good. Yeah, thanks. You were saying, Frank.
Just how was your holiday?
It was really good. There was a huge amount of laughter. Always in our family, the kids get I don't even know a nice way to say it, but really weird games, like I don't know if you've ever heard of like Happy Salmon. You should look that up. If you
Never heard
haven't,
of
that's
it.
this hysterical game. Um, and there's last year, I think Exploding Cats was big with the little guys, and Sushi Go. And this year they got me Poetry for Neanderthals, which is, it's kind of like a game of Clue, but you can only use one syllable words. And if you don't use one syllable words, if you like cheat or do something else, say multiple syllable words, then you get bonked on the head with this blow up club and you're supposed to get bonked gently is what the instructions say, but you know how that goes with like 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds. But it was hysterical, and they were all laughing and they were arguing. It's like, did that have two syllables? No, it can't. It was funny, but just a huge amount of laughter. And it didn't start snowing here until late on Christmas Day, and so we were all able to be together. And then we've had snow for the whole rest of the week. We've still got snow on the ground. It's in the 20s, so it's much colder than it normally is here, and we haven't gone anywhere, and so I've had lots of time to knit.
Oh, good. Hi, Marcia.
Hi,
Welcome to the group.
thank you. I heard you talking snow.
Cindy.
Yeah,
Cindy was
up
talking about
by
snow in
Seattle.
Washington.
Yeah.
I'm in
Kathy-
Seattle as well.
Kathy
Oh,
was
where are
talking
you,
about-
Marcia?
Oh,
I'm in
sorry.
I'm in Seattle.
Okay, all right. I'm actually in Redmond,
Okay.
over on the east side. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere either.
we've not, and it's been really so nice. I had stuff put in, so I had plenty of hot chocolate and hot cider, and we just kind of stayed home.
Hi, Jenny.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Hi,
Yay,
Jenny.
Jenny!
Happy New Year to you.
Did you all have a good break?
Oh,
Yeah.
Judith, you sound tired. Did you
no,
not have a
no,
good
no,
break?
not at all. I've been knitting all day and sometimes portion of the night because I would wake up early and then
too.
take a nap and
Is there just the four of us? I can't see who's on the screen on
Oh, you
who's
can?
here
No,
on my screen.
there's 7 altogether. It's Judith, me, Kathy, Rana, Cindy, Marcia, and you.
Oh wow.
You can't use gallery view to see that?
I don't have that option on my anywhere on my I've tried this before. I don't have an option which says gallery anywhere.
Oh, you're on an iPad or phone or what?
A laptop.
You're on a laptop. Well,
Yeah.
look up in the upper right corner where it says view. Do you see the word view in the upper right corner when you move the mouse?
Nope.
What? You're using Zoom, right?
Yes. Yeah, but launched through, it won't work. The Zoom won't work on, and I have to launch it through my internet provider or something. So it's not the normal Zoom app.
Oh.
Oh.
same thing here. I'm using my internet navigator because I
That's it.
haven't installed Zoom.
Oh, I didn't know you could use other apps.
Right. I can't install Zoom. This is a works laptop, so you're not allowed to download any applications.
I see.
But it says launch the meeting from your internet browser, which I do every week, and that works.
I
But
see.
I don't get the options.
So there's 7 of us. Frank
Oh, okay.
and me, Judith, Kathy, Marcia, who's joining us from Seattle. I think this might be her first time.
Yes, it
And
is.
you, Jenny, and then Rana is here too.
Fantastic. Hello, Marcia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Now, where are you located?
In England.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's very early in the morning, very late at night. What's the time?
It's 10:30 in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you working on, Marcia?
I'm working on a tea cozy.
Oh,
Here's a picture of it. Gotta post it in here. I have to move it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
Oh, that's
spotlight
cute.
here. Look at that.
cute.
That's really cute.
And I'm doing it. I've got one half side done, making it for a friend of mine that picked these colors.
Oh,
Kind of a burgundy and a forest green kind of.
Uh-huh.
So, and Phrancko, I have to tell you, Phrancko, I'm sorry. I know you as Phrancko.
Right, I'll do that.
You're the second person I'm telling in this meeting that I like to be called Phrancko. It's just-
Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, I started your sweater pattern.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I'm using,
yeah.
I don't know if you can see this, but
Oh,
I'm
that's
using
nice.
hand spun that I did.
You
Oh,
still-
that's really
oh,
nice.
wow.
That's
That's nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm
Which,
going to, I didn't have enough of this green and chocolate brown. So I bought more of the chocolate brown and spun just the solid. So I'm going to do stripes, I think, is my idea.
uh-huh,
But I wanted to ask you,
sure.
it's for my son, who's 24. It looks really small. Is it?
That's what we all say.
Oh,
That's-
so this is normal to
it's
say this.
normal. Cindy,
Okay.
oh, Cindy's gone. She's the person I usually cue when somebody says that. Cindy?
Okay.
No, Cindy has knitted 6 sweaters and she will tell you every one of them seemed like they were going to be too small when they
Okay.
started. And it's the best I can figure out why that is that it's set in sleeves. So the width of your shoulder there is not what you think of as the width of your shoulders to your outer arm. It's
Mhm.
only to the seam, and this, when you start adding the sleeve cap, that will add more width to the.
Okay.
But it's true, almost everybody who starts the pattern
Okay.
feels like it's going to be too small.
I had friends over last night and they're all looking at it like, that's too small. I said, no, it can't be too small because it's math and math is never wrong, right?
Everybody
I
has
don't-
said that.
I wouldn't go
Everyone,
that
Marcia,
far.
has said
It's
it.
my math, so it might be wrong.
Well, but doesn't everybody go through this stage where they say, oh, it's too small, it's not going to be? I think we all have.
We were just
Yep.
telling Marcia, Cindy, that if you were here, I would have called on you to answer her question about it being too small.
Okay, I'm glad I joined the meeting then. So
Good.
I did make a mistake though. And this is completely on me, is that after on the sleeve cap, when you have the increases, you actually say how many stitches you should have between on the sleeve cap. And I did not count until I finally decided maybe I should count. I'm supposed to have 31 at this point, and I have 33 on one and 38 on the other.
Oh,
No.
I'm going to tonight, I'm on my own tonight, so I'm going to rip back.
That's
And,
time to rip back, yes.
33 maybe is okay. I could fudge, but 38 is too much. That's a
yeah,
Yeah,
38 is.
I have learned to count constantly.
Yes.
Even between rows that you have counts for, you can figure out what it's supposed to be. Because I forget one or the other, increase from time to time. And there's no way to correct it other than to go back and fix it, or else just live with it being a little smaller or a little larger.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to do.
So that it's on me. I should have counted and I
Yeah.
didn't. I got a little cocky, I think, is what happened.
One of the things that I use, I'll hold them up. You see, these are little tiny dental elastics. I use these
right.
to mark. I don't even know where the camera is on this, but I use these, and they're bright colored, but I use these to mark where each increase is when I do them. So I can really easily look and say, oh, I did that one. Oh, I did that
Okay.
one. And it just makes a fast way to check.
Okay. Good.
Well, hello, Walter. You just
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes,
New Year.
Walter,
How's everyone doing?
we're doing
Excellent,
good.
thank you.
Good. I'm doing good. I'm glad the holiday's over with.
I feel
Too
the
much-
same way.
Too much drama.
much drama. Who
Well, you
causes
know,
the drama.
My friend's granddaughter, she said she would cook Christmas Eve dinner, but everybody has to get tested and they have to wear masks. And we
Yeah.
said, we're not doing that. We're all tested and we all got shots. So she wouldn't stay. She made the meal and left. And then everybody else got freaked out. And what they did is they came and they picked up the dinners and left. So
Oh,
yeah,
too
it
bad.
didn't make it nice.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry.
No, so, and then her brother had Christmas on Sunday and we had to do the same thing. It was like going to Chinese restaurants. Takeout. So glad it's over with. But
Yeah. This
it's
new
been
strain
raining all
is-
week here anyway, so.
This new strain, the Omicron strain, is so much more contagious than others. I know several people who have it who were already fully vaccinated with booster shots, but
Right.
they haven't gotten very sick. One of them
No.
just had sniffles
Yeah,
for a few days, but still he tested positive for COVID again, as
Mhm.
though
Mhm.
he
you
really
could spend your
caught it.
life in the line trying to get tested.
That's right.
So,
Yes.
hey, where's the freedom in that? Well, I hope everybody watched the Rose Bowl parade.
I did not.
No, oh, it was nice.
Was it?
I just
Yeah.
knitted. I just knitted this morning. I'm working so hard on level 1 trying to get that done.
What swatch are you on?
I have finished swatches. I'm very, very proud. I've finished swatches. We'll see if I am when it gets thrown back, but swatches 1 through 18 are done and
Wow.
blocked and woven in and marked, and all the swatch information sheets for 1 to 18 are. And I'm working on finalizing the questions and doing all that. And so then, and the blocking report is really pretty close, but I have not started the mitten yet. I'm nervous about it, so I haven't done the mitten yet.
I
Make
think
sure
they're
all of
fun.
your tags are in the correct corner.
I checked that. See, Suzanne was very picky about that for
Yes, well, the
boot camp.
review committee is very picky about it too.
Yeah.
Very annoying because we will look at something and go, what's wrong with this swatch? I can't figure it out. Oh, it's the wrong corner. We have it.
Yes, it's the wrong way. Yeah. Yeah. One of my, in boot camp 1, I don't know, it was either maybe my 3rd or 4th swatch. It was upside down and I thought it was totally fine. And that was the first thing that Suzanne pointed out. I'm just like, oh no. So never again, Frank. I'm very careful about that.
It's a perfectly useless piece of information to be careful about, because where else do you have to tag the corner of a swatch?
Well, you don't have to have the tag the corner, but it's like you do need to know when you're putting pieces together that you're, or even when you set it down and you're doing that you've done it the right way. Am I
Yeah,
looking at the cast on or the bind off
that's right.
matters. So
Cindy, are you doing the Master's Knitter program? Is that what you?
Yes, I'm doing level 1. Mhm.
Okay.
I did the basics class last year with Suzanne, basics 1 through 4. And then our basics with Arenda. And then I did boot camp 1 through 4 with Suzanne. And then I even still felt like my tension was crappy. And so I did taming tension. And that actually helped it a lot. So I'm working through level 1.
Okay.
Cindy is the most prepared knitter who ever started that program.
Oh, really?
Has done everything. She's already earned the master's certificate several times over, just getting ready to
I
start
don't
it.
think so. I cleaned up my desk before this because I didn't want everybody to see. It was just like I have all the books stacked around everywhere and all the papers. I've got to do better with organizing my notes next time. Because it was just like, okay, there. And I used fluorescent bright paper so I could find it. So I've got all this really bright green, bright pink, bright yellow paper with all these scribbles on it. It's just, it's crazy, Frank.
Cindy, when you go through boot camp, are you doing this through a Zoom or you go there
Yes, no,
personally?
boot camp is Zoom. Suzanne Bryan taught knitting classes, boot camp classes at the college there near her in Bakersfield.
Oh,
And
all
she'd
right.
done that for quite a few years. And then with having to do things over Zoom, and I found her YouTube videos is where I found some of the things.
Mhm.
And then she had stuff that people sign up. And so you do it Zoom at a particular time and do the classes. And she gives you, there's a whole big notebook and you have homework that you do every week and you watch the class and then you post your homework and she reviews it and gives you feedback on how you did.
Mm.
So it was really, really helpful.
So in theory, how many master knitters are there?
There's 200 and was it? I looked this up
300,
just the other
it's
day.
at least
Is it
350.
Really?
350?
Yeah.
Okay, was something. It is listed on TKGA of how many there was.
All right.
But the reason I know it's more than 300 is because there were about 300 to 305 when I received it in 2017.
Okay.
And it's gone up from there. But this is the total number since they started doing the program, and it started in the mid 1980s.
Mhm.
Wow.
Kind of amazing that it's gone so long. And I think it's become more popular in recent years. So it's going up faster now than it did for a long time.
Mm.
Well, and there's people all over the world that have it. There was a lady from the Netherlands that just qualified as a master knitter,
Is that right?
which is really cool.
I would like to meet that Japanese boy that's over there who's a master knitter doing crochet and knitting.
Mm.
On
Who is
new,
that?
I seen it on YouTube, and the kids. I mean, he's like a machine the way you watch him crochet and knit, and he does all this lace knitting. It's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, just go on YouTube. It's I think it says Japanese master knitter, and it's a very short, like 5 minutes, but it shows you all the work he does. And he sits in a chair. He does not sit in
Oh,
any
I've
kind of.
seen that guy.
Yes,
Yes.
it's amazing what
He
kind
does
of.
like dresses. And,
Yeah, he does dresses and everything. What designs? So
he's very fast.
yes. And he's a thrower, which is an interesting to watch how he does it.
is he?
Kathy, what are you working on?
Oh, sock number 2. So I realized with these tiny needles, well, first of all, when I first starting a couple of weeks ago when we were having our meeting, and I thought, oh, I can get these done by Christmas. But it makes one of my fingers kind of fall asleep. So I can only like do 2 or 3 inches at a time at the most.
Mm.
And it's better now. I've switched the way I hold the needles, but it's because I'm doing the knit 2, purl 2.
Yeah.
Doing the rib.
Yeah, and so
That's pretty.
so it's tight and uncomfortable, but the rest of the sock will go much faster. But the other one fit really well. And
Good.
Roland's birthday, my husband's birthday, is January 7th. So see,
Oh,
sock
so if
one
you
for
just
Christmas,
hurry,
go.
you're gonna
sock
one
2
for
for
his
birthday.
birthday. Perfect.
One
perfect.
sock for Christmas and one sock. for birthday. That's good.
It might become a tradition. I don't know. He loves homemade socks. So
That's cute.
yeah.
So your poor husband has to hop around between Christmas and his birthday then.
Yes. Or he can go barefoot in the snow.
So you guys have snow too?
Yes. Yesterday we had a foot of snow.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
So Christmas Eve was canceled. I mean, New Year's Eve was canceled. So I feel very chipper today. But yeah, we're going to have friends over soon instead, because the roads are plowed now. But it's
Our
not
roads
like
are not plowed. They're never plowed.
it's not like the West Coast. It's not like Seattle. It's not like the Northeast, especially because the sun is so intense and it's out most of the time that even when it's in the 20s, which I think it's in the teens today, but even in the 20s, it'll just all melt.
Really?
Oh, and see ours, it's still even heavy on the trees after a week.
Yeah, it's
we
not
haven't
like
had we haven't had any wind. We've hardly had any sun, anything, and it just sits there.
it's there. Yep.
That rain's coming tonight, I think.
Well,
Right,
I
Cindy,
hope
aren't
so.
you
We'll
you're in
see.
Bellevue, right?
Redmond, yeah.
Oh, Redmond, yeah.
Mhm.
I think we're supposed to get rain tonight.
We might. We're kind
Well,
of
you can
at
give you
the
some. We've had it all week.
upper
Yeah.
elevations or whatever they say for us. So we might not.
I was supposed to leave Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, to go to California, but had my car loaded and at 8 o'clock in the morning and went to the on-ramp, and it was snowing so hard and the cars were backed up and we just stopped on the on-ramp. People were out of their cars. Turned around and went home, and I was Northern California, I guess, was really bad. They had whiteout conditions and stuff, so I just decided it wasn't worth it and stayed
Look at
home.
that terrible fire in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathy was telling us about that.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes from where I live.
Mm.
Oh, Kathy, that's
That's-
scary.
Thank God you didn't get into that.
Yeah, it's
mean-
probably the worst fire as far as loss
Where,
of homes.
where does this wind show up from?
The Rocky Mountains, I guess.
Really? Wow.
And it's often windy, but it's just because it's been such a dry, warm
Yes.
fall and winter.
Very much.
We didn't have a normal kind of winter at all. So,
Well, they're all blaming everything on global warming.
well, I mean, there's something to be said for that. I
Yeah.
read in the middle of the country that global warming really means more extreme lows and more extreme highs.
Well,
It doesn't necessarily just mean warmer.
here in New York, it's been 40 degrees, 50 degrees.
Yeah.
It should be 30 and 20s.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
No.
So Frank, what are you working on?
I'm desperately trying to finish the sweater.
Desperately.
Desperately.
Yeah,
Desperately.
desperately trying to finish this sweater.
The yellow one?
The
Gold?
and
Gold.
it has to be in Arinda's hands, I think, by January 10th or 12th. I can't remember which. And I still don't have sleeves on it. I'm still finishing the body.
Oof.
But here's the front of the sweater. Here, let me pin myself for a minute.
Mm.
Spotlight, there we go. Mm,
Wow.
that's
It's
Oh, that's
turning out
gorgeous.
so beautiful.
Yes.
Those
Mm.
cables are just, they really are so, it looks so thick
Intricate.
and
Yeah.
well, very intricate, but also really thick and beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They really
And
stand
then
out nicely.
here's the back. The back, as you know, those of you who've seen this before know that the back is different.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
Wow.
that's so nice.
cables come to
Beautiful,
a point and stop.
beautiful.
So
So you're not going to sleep for the next like 10 days, huh?
that's about
No.
it. Yes.
Are you cabling the sleeves also?
No, the
Oh,
sleeves are
well, then they
straight.
should go
They
quickly.
do go quickly. It takes me often it comes out to be 2 days per sleeve. So that's 4 days.
Yeah.
And I've probably got 2 or 3 more days on the body and the ribbing and
Oh,
neckline. And so what are we up to? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. And then I have to
Then you have to
wash it,
overnight it,
oh,
right?
yes,
lock
overnight
it,
it.
and then overnight it. Hopefully it gets there in time. I'm really cutting it close this time for some reason.
You'll have to say it's a crop top sweater.
Yeah,
And
I
it
was
only comes
thinking
down
that.
to the middle. You can stop on the body now, can't you?
Well, actually, I have too many sweaters that are already like that. It's like, oh, I don't have time to do the long body. I guess I'll just do the short one. In fact, the one I'm wearing is kind of like that. When I wear it and stand up, I have to keep pulling it down. So it's way too short.
Well, I'm following Jenny's model now, and I'm just gonna finish, you know, I made Rollin a sock a couple years ago, but that was hand spun and I ran out and I never spun anymore. So that was the sock syndrome. But now I'm gonna follow Jenny's advice and I'm just doing one project at a time. But I cannot wait to start the next Phrancko sweater. So
I find it makes me finish things because I'm
Mhm.
keen to start the next thing. So I will put more effort in because I want to start something else. Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am.
Yeah.
And this has to be done by Friday anyway, so.
Yeah, you've got a deadline.
Yeah.
You need to have another sock.
Anyway, but I can't wait to start the next sweater. It's gonna be so cool.
Have you got
decided what you're going to do?
Yeah, well, I started the collar and
Oh, is
I
that the
decided-
brioche?
the brioche, the collar's the brioche with the shawl collar. I haven't got that added into Knitwise yet because, you know, I've been working on this help thing, but I will have that added in this month sometime. And then, but I decided I need to start on the body because I want to find out if the collar is too thick. So I don't think it is. And I think there was some nerve that said, no, it should look really good. And I think he's right. But if I work the body first, then I can try this small bit of banding on it and see how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Knitwise do a shawl collar? I mean, as an option?
It will, yes. So shortly. It's part of the reason why I wanted to do the shawl collar on Carolyn sweaters to test it for Knitwise.
I see. And would it be possible to do the Phrancko shoulders with a shawl collar?
That's what I'm doing. Mhm.
Well, get busy because I have a friend who wants a sweater like that. And
Oh my gosh.
thought that
Okay.
that would be something I would have to do.
Yeah. No.
Wouldn't that be funny to use a Knitwise pattern as my basic pattern for a sweater I publish?
There you go. Well, that would be good. You know, Ron bought a pattern. I don't know if he bought the a Phrancko pattern or not. Might have. So we'll see. He's not here, so I can't ask him. But I just saw it. I just saw it this morning that he did. So he's testing out the software.
I'm going to say goodbye only because I made a mistake and I thought this meeting started at, or the call started at 1. So I have another call at 3. So I know it's 2:30. So I'll try and check in next Saturday.
You know, originally it was 1. Did you find out somewhere that is it still posted as 1 o'clock somewhere?
Well, it wasn't this morning when I looked at your at the group on Ravelry. So it was posted. So it said 2:30. But somewhere I read 1, and so that's why my friend and I are going to talk today at 3, and I thought I had plenty of time. So
I understand.
But is it normally 1 or is it normally 2?
No, it's normally 2:30. It was
2:30.
1 for about 6 months, and we changed it in June, I believe. But if there's some place on the internet that still says it's 1, I'd like to correct it.
Okay.
So let me know if you happen to come across that again.
Okay, I'll look again and see where I saw it because.
And did we communicate on Ravelry?
We communicated on Instagram.
On
Instagram.
Instagram.
On Instagram. I'm better in motion on Instagram, and I had posted that I was starting your sweater.
You mentioned that you were going to come to the meeting, and so, but I didn't know your name, so I didn't know what I made the connection right. But I'm glad you joined us, Marcia.
I know, like I think your name is Phrancko.
Well, it is. I answered to Phrancko.
I know. I answered a better in motion. So.
Well, I'm glad you joined us, Marcia, and we'll look.
Yeah, and I'll kind of try and join you guys next Saturday too.
Okay, great.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
See you next week.
Easy,
Meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Judith, what are you working on?
I'm trying to make a hoodie. I mean just the hood part of a sweater that would,
Are you
just
putting it on a Phrancko sweater?
I will. I finished my dress, and
Oh
I had,
yes, you turned the sweater into a dress.
yeah. And I have enough yarn to make another one, same type of yarn, another Phrancko sweater in another color. Well, it's black. And since I have a lot of yarn, I thought maybe I would try and put a hood on.
Are you using the pattern for the hood?
No.
No.
No. I'm trying to figure it out.
Have you done a hood before?
No.
No. It's something that it would be really interesting to do. The kids all wear them and really like them.
Yeah, they all like hoodies.
Yeah, many of the hoodies that I've seen have a pointy top, and I did not want that.
Cottage Collectors has a book out, and she does the wallabies, and they're all hooded.
What's your name, Walter?
I did one with short rows once, Judith, and it worked.
It did?
Yeah. It was tricky. Took me a while to figure it out, but yeah, it worked out, and it kind of did like a V from the side or something like that. It's been 10 years, I don't remember, but yeah, I didn't write it down, of course.
No, but I'm trying one way now and see how it comes out, and then I wanted to do a second option with short rows. So
Judith, there was a woman on Suzanne's Facebook that used to post all these little hoods that she did. Well, she did them for children, but she also did them for adults. And she was someplace in Europe and was doing her own patterns, and they were beautiful because it was all one piece, and how she shaped it, and it just really fit the head. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought her name was Marlene. I'll have to look it up sometime and let you know.
Okay.
Here,
But
here's that,
the pictures that she had were beautiful.
here's that book I have. It's called College Collections, and it's called The Wallabies. And they have the hoodies.
Wallabies. Huh.
Yeah, she's out of Iowa, I think. Yeah, Iowa. She has all these little neat little books and Scandinavian sweaters and socks and community things to do.
What's her name again?
Let's see. Her name is Carol something or other. Let me see. Find it. Well, her website is Cottage Creations Patterns. I have about 7 or 8. Oh, Carol Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Carol Anderson, and then her, I think it's a daughter is, is Carrie Anderson. And they make these little booklets, and they have all kinds of Scandinavian knits, woolen socks. What else do I have? Scarves. They have 12 different type of scarves you can knit and crochet. Yeah, the books are cute. They're like $7 a piece, the books now. So here was it. They got the 7 and Salvage Scandinavian knits, wonderful wallabies for kids and for adults. Gingerbread, a knitted friend for children. Wisconsin winter socks. The big 7 sweaters. Babies and bear sweaters. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. They have a rambling rose I have, which is cute. It's a knitted, it's different types of squares and you put them all together. So
Huh.
Okay.
I got all kinds of messy stuff home here. So more books than I need. I got cookbooks and knitting books.
Looks like it would be a good resource for hoodies. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I want to make the wonderful wallaby for a kid. So, I was going to start that. So, but now I'm doing something strange. I'm knitting your sweater backwards. I'm starting from the sleeves up.
wait, why are you doing that?
I don't know, because I want to do it. I'm weird. Just because I want to do it. Don't ask me, Frank. I'm crazy.
So you've downloaded a pattern and you're reverse engineering it as you go along?
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I'm going to start the sleeves first, and then I'm going to neck them up at the top and see how this works out. So.
And you're gonna do the top. You're gonna do the top in the round.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that should work.
yeah.
I wonder if I should offer a bottom-up version.
Hey,
Oh, I know the problem. There is a problem when you go from the bottom up.
all right. Tell me.
See how
For the
It's,
sleeves or for the whole sweater?
you do it in the round till you get to the top of the sleeve caps.
Mhm.
Then you've got to do this part that's on the side of the necks. And how do you connect the sleeve cap to that? My very first sweater tackled that problem. The first one I published, the physician sweater. If you have Cast On magazine, you can go back and get that from about spring of 2018, I think it was.
Okay.
And it worked pretty well. But I did something like knit 3 together to combine the top of the shoulder,
Mhm.
the 2 stitches on the sleeve cap. So it made sort of a point at the top of the sleeve cap, but it
Oh.
worked okay.
Okay. How long has Cast On been publishing?
Oh, since the 80s, I believe.
Really? Because I'm gonna subscribe to that. I want to see what
Yeah,
that
20
magazine
is the
is.
best $25 a year you could ever spend.
Yeah,
Because you not only get 4 new issues as they come out, you get all of the back issues to a certain point. That back
oh,
to
really?
about 2008 or something like that. So
Oh,
you just
wow.
go- and many articles, how-to articles, and it's fully indexed, so you can look up any buttonholes or
Hmm.
creases or cast-ons and whatever, and you find an article that describes them. It's a great deal.
Got nothing else to spend my money on, right?
Yeah, I mean, $25 a year,
Yeah, that ain't nothing. That's really very
$2 a
good.
month. Most of
Yeah.
us can skip a coffee and do that.
Believe me, I do not go to Starbucks. I don't know what those people feel on that coffee. I mean, up here, it's like they have 20 cars waiting at the drive up. I have no idea what they're selling. That would make me buy a $12 cup of coffee.
$12.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Some lady went there with her kid and the kid got something and she got something. It was like $16.
Wow.
I said, for coffee?
Whoa.
But they all say they
$16.
got such great sandwiches. I said, well, I can make my own sandwich. So. Prices have gone crazy. My sister went to the butcher for Christmas and got 1 rib steak so we could have it. And I said I'd go half with her on it. And she wouldn't tell me how much she paid for it. And finally she broke down. It was $100 for 1 rib steak.
No.
Yep. It was a good rib steak, but it wasn't worth $100.
My goodness.
I know.
No. God.
They're using the coronavirus as an excuse for the prices.
I just posted to chat. The woman's name in Suzanne's Facebook group, I looked it up, is Marlene Sommer, Sommer. And if you search on her and then in the Knitting with Suzanne Bryan, she's got pictures of all the different hoods that she's knitted.
Oh, there you go.
Great.
There is no other patterns for them. She's just doing it herself, and it's nothing's in English or published, but they are really beautiful. And she talks some in the comments, I know, about how she designs it and how she does it so that it
Now-
just really totally fits the head. They're beautiful.
That sounds great.
Great.
Where
Thank you.
are you doing the search? YouTube or Ravelry or something?
No, it's Facebook, on
just-
Suzanne's group,
Oh,
Knitting with
Suzanne's
Suzanne Bryan.
Okay.
Search there for Marlene Sommer, Sommer.
All right.
And then you'll see pictures that she has, and they are really phenomenal how she does it.
Thanks a lot.
If I could figure it out, I would reverse engineer it, but I'm sure somebody can, just because I can't. But they really are beautiful.
We're always doing something that we think we can do better. I don't know.
Oh, no, I wouldn't think I could do it better, but I would hope that I could maybe do it, but
We'll figure
She
it out
just-
anyways. Yeah.
yeah, figure out how to do it.
Right.
Mm.
Does anybody have any New Year crafting resolutions?
You get rid of all the yarn I have.
I'm gonna really try and finish level 1 here soon.
Uh,
I'm gonna
Quit
do
my-
the design program, Jude. Ron talked about it, and
Mhm.
but I have to talk to take TKGA this week and see about how long it takes to do each module, because you get 6 months. And I didn't tell you this, Frank, but last week I was offered a position at my old job.
No.
Really?
I'm half-time
Of course we don't
only.
want to
Oh,
lose
yeah.
you. You're retired. You're forgetting you're retired.
Famous last
I know,
words.
but it's mentoring junior developers.
Oh, how sweet.
and I'm very good at that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
I'm sure you are.
It would be
well,
fun.
at least I hope I will be. I mean, I never did it formally, so we'll see. But it'll be good to work 20 hours a week, make some money,
Yeah,
and then the rest of the time I can spend knitting and working on Knitwise. But I would like to find a person who I'm going to look on TKGA for this too, for somebody who wants to knit some designs up and work with me on that. So, because I just don't have time to knit everything I want to knit for Knitwise, to show all the things you can do with it.
And I don't have time to do all the changes to Phrancko.com that I want to do.
Yeah,
I did do an update this week, but it was very minor.
yeah.
I just changed some wording. I keep having, coming across people who still don't understand that when I say in sleeve cap shaping, row 1, do this, I mean, how does it word? It says, do this every two out of, what does it say?
Every other row or every second row.
Every
third
second row, every third row.
Yeah.
right.
And before that is a paragraph that says you may be on the wrong side or the right side when you're called on to do these increases. And so here's how you do them.
Yeah.
And it's just a how to. It's not intended that you knit those 2 rows. And I keep coming across people who see those 2 rows and execute them and then go into the shaping. And so I've added a statement saying, do not work these rows. These are to tell you how to do the ones in the shaping below. Start with row 1 below or something like that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'm pounding it home.
That's a good idea. I did because when I did it, I added the box around it and all of that.
Yeah, I
And-
thought that was going to help, and I still came across somebody who didn't.
Yeah, and I worry about it, but I haven't heard anybody say anything yet, but maybe I'll add that too, just to keep consistent. That would be good.
Comprehension doesn't work sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes I have to read things 10 times before I even get it in my brain. So,
And sometimes people don't read through the pattern,
yeah,
they just start.
yeah.
We're too eager to start sometime to
Exactly.
read the whole
But
sentence.
like Frank
Right.
says, you got to do a swatch. You better do the swatch. And he's right, And a lot of them say that, do the swatch.
Yeah, yeah.
I never read through a whole pattern though, because I find that very disconcerting, because I'm a visual person. If I'm reading halfway through, if I can't see what's in front of me, I can't understand what I'm reading. I always make sure I read the whole of the next couple of sentences, but I won't go any further than that. I just I can't. It just confuses me too much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
like that too. Every now and then I read a pattern just to see how they did a certain technique. And I find it really hard to visualize sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even one of the questions that I was trying to answer this morning, it was like, what would happen if you did this instead of this? And I just wanted to type the answer of, I don't have any idea. And I said, that's not the answer they're looking for. I know. But it's like, sometimes I can't visualize it. And so I had looked it up and researched, and I understood what they were saying to do, but I couldn't visualize. So I had to actually sit and knit myself a little swatch. It's like, okay, this is what happens. And then I could explain it, but sometimes we just can't picture it in our mind.
Yeah. I guess that's why a lot of people just do mindless knitting. They don't want to do any color work or cables, or they just don't want to do, they just want to knit.
Okay, who all has done
I like to challenge
color
myself.
work before?
Wait,
Go ahead,
Cindy?
Jim.
What's Cindy say?
I was going to say who all has done color work because I'm hardly have and I'm a chicken about it. I want to, but
I want to
I
do
know
one of
Ginny's done a
Elizabeth
bunch.
Zimmerman's ones.
oh, that's cool.
I know.
Jenny,
I
you've
have all.
done
I have all
a
her
bunch.
books. She's an amazing little woman. I wish I would have met her before she passed away.
Yeah.
But you can do her daughter's boot camp. I know.
So Cindy, what kind of color work do you want to do? Stranded color work or intarsia?
Yeah, I want to do some stranded. I've done a couple little samples of intarsia, and I don't dislike that, but the designs don't appeal to me quite as much. But I would like to try some Phrancko. And I even went and I bought all the cute little colored skeins of yarn, but I haven't done anything with them.
Have you tried knitting a hat?
No, I haven't tried.
Right.
knitting
Elizabeth
any
starts
of
you
it.
off in a hat,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I got a hat pattern and I
Yeah.
have all the little colors of yarn. I think I just have to do it. So
Mm.
I was thinking about that. Okay, when I send in my level 1, that I would give myself that reward if I can try to knit that little hat in colors, because I think it really would be pretty. I mean, with the Phrancko sweater, you should be able to do the color work around here since you're going all the way around,
absolutely.
and it would be beautiful.
It would be beautiful. Yeah. I have a design that I want to do for my husband that uses color work in a Phrancko sweater. Oh, it's just so nice. What technique do you want to use? I always did two fingers for color work, but now I see other videos where people are just doing it on one finger. And I thought it was interesting, but I felt so clumsy trying it.
I've tried it both ways, and I think it's whatever you end up feeling comfortable with.
Yeah,
I don't think
I agree.
it's one of those things. It's not a right way or a wrong way.
No.
Yeah.
And I feel more comfortable using 2 fingers, you know.
yeah.
And the other thing is it keeps the dominant one. I didn't even know this for years, but when you do stranded color work, there's a dominant color and a what's that?
Secondary. Yeah.
Secondary color.
Mhm.
And if you hold the dominant color in your left hand,
Mhm.
it will keep it dominant throughout the whole pattern.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. But I never called them dominant and secondary. I called them first and second.
Yeah.
Background and foreground.
First is one. Yeah. And that's
No, I just called them background and foreground.
background and foreground. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, dominant's a better
Well,
word.
I am left-handed, but I hold my yarn in my right hand and throw. So I think I would like to try doing both hands, one in each hand. I think that would be the cleanest for me.
Yeah. I'm left-handed and I throw. But I can continental also. So
And see, I haven't done any continental.
I know when I continental, I'm looser and I have to go down like 3 needle sizes just to get to the gauge. But when I throw, it's tighter and I like it better. So.
Well, we're getting near the end of the hour. Does anybody have something they'd like to show or an urgent question or anything in the last few minutes?
Oh, Judith, do you want to show us your dress? Did I miss that before?
I'm wearing it, but it would be hard to stand up. But I've posted 2 pictures on Phrancko's Ravelry group.
Oh,
So
yeah, there it is.
I don't-
That's beautiful.
and
nice.
I can't see. I've added a little
Yeah.
motif.
Oh,
Here,
nice.
here,
That's
and
beautiful.
same thing at the
Bottom?
bottom of the dress. Yes.
How did you add the motif, Judith?
Fair Isle.
Okay, all right. So this was the stranded color work that I was talking about.
Yes, but it's only yes, but it's only a small part. It's only a
But I
few
mean, I haven't
inches.
done it at all. I mean, but it adds to the design and makes it just really look custom and
Yes.
special. Yeah.
Yes, it was. I wanted to add a little something that would make it a little less plain. So
Mhm.
that's how
And your
came up.
cuffs, is that seed stitch?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I've
Those are
done
lovely.
the same thing with the collar
neck.
and
Mm, very
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
And,
that's
Thank
really
you.
pretty.
how did you create the collar? Did you
With
create a larger neckline or something, or?
no, the neckline, I didn't change the neckline and I didn't add a pattern, just finished it with a seed stitch.
And so it's the regular crew necks, or
Yes, I didn't
Hmm.
modify it.
is it the deeper crew neck, the rounded one?
The regular one.
Oh, really? 'Cause
We
it doesn't look tight, and you've
No,
got quite a
it's not. I
long
was
collar there.
surprised. I don't know if I did something wrong because I was certain that I would get
Certainly.
some.
Mm.
Well, you didn't do wrong because it looks
You
really
didn't do it
great.
wrong,
Yeah,
but
it
it looks
does.
great. You did something right, whatever
Yeah.
you
It worked out well.
did. Yeah.
It might be
turned out
because it's
so pretty.
seed stitch too. Rather
It
than
Yeah.
is.
ribbing.
It
Mhm,
is.
mhm.
Yeah. I didn't feel like doing ribbon. I wanted
Yeah.
something different. So
Well, it's not,
That's
it's
so
really
good.
nice. It's
It was
beautiful.
very, it's very attractive, yes.
thank you. That's very kind of you.
Anyone else?
No, we're good.
No, we're good.
Mhm.
Well, we were a little smaller group today, but I'm happy that all of you showed up. I mean, it being a holiday, I didn't know if any.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody was gonna show up today either.
So-
Same thing. Yeah. That's good.
Happy
Good.
New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Good to celebrate the new year with you.
Mhm.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you all for being here.
Okay. Thanks,
So,
Frank.
Have a good
Thank you,
week.
Frank.
See you
Thank
next
you,
week.
Frank.
Yep,
See you next week, everyone.
yep.
See you
Yes.
next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.